Welcome to Unlocked. You might be saying, where's Kevon? We had some technical difficulties. He will be joining us, but I just thought I would greet you all. Just myself here, just BB alone running the show. Just kidding. We got another co-host today. He's Maxi Stats, Maxi Mortals, and my partner in crime today with Kevon in the dumps of the technical side. Maxi Stats.
Yo,
What's up?
we got the what's up, man? We got the new camera, we got the mic, we're locked in, we're ready to roll.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. Your mic sounds crispy. It really does.
Let's go.
And the cam's looking good. This guy's getting fully upgraded. But
we're getting there.
We also have another guest joining the show today to help things go a little smoother. We got the biggest Steelers fan I know. He's in med school at East Carolina. He knows ball. He smacks lays. Mr. Carson Joe.
CJ.
What's up, boys? How we doing?
What's up, CJ?
What's going on?
Is it raining down there in East Carolina?
It hasn't really been raining, but it's been a gloomy day, I'd say. A few drizzles here and there, but nothing too crazy.
And it's got to be the worst day of the year so far here. It is miserable.
It's like, what is it? 51 degrees, and it's been raining all day.
All day.
But let's not waste any time. Let's hop right into it. We got Carson here, a super Bama fan. His little brother plays for Bama. We're going to throw up on the screen here our college football updated playoff bracket. We see right here, we got the Alabama Crimson Tide going to Bloomington and playing Indiana, CJ. What's your initial thoughts on that matchup?
If I'm being honest, I don't even know if it would be a game. I mean, they might have to stop that one in the first half. I mean, Indiana, I'm not going to say they're not a good team, but I just asked the question, who have you played? Who have you beat? I guess we'll be able to see in a few weeks whenever they play Ohio State, how real they are once they go up against a good team with legit talent. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, Alabama, you watched that game versus LSU, Caden was on here last week and said they were going to be relentless. And I'll tell you, them boys were relentless. Man, when Milroe is using his legs like that, I mean, they're just dang near impossible to stop. So I think they found the formula for the rest of the year. Keep it on the ground, establish the run game, use his legs, and then try and hit on some deep balls.
Yeah, I like that. Their little play, they did it a lot on third down where it's like a little read option, but it's not like the RB goes one way, QB goes the other. I'm going to fake the handoff to the RB, and I'm following you. Like, you're my lead blocker, and then you got Milroe. He's literally the fastest player on the field. I don't know if that play's stoppable. I feel like every time they ran it, it was a chunk play.
Oh, yeah, touchdown. I think Milroe got up to 22.5 miles per hour on that touchdown in the fourth quarter. And, boy, he puts his foot in the ground.
That one in the fourth quarter, dude, he was running away from DBs. Like, If you're a QB and you're running away from SEC DBs, like, you're simply a mismatched nightmare.
Yeah, he's
like defensive coordinators, they lose sleep over guys like that.
100%.
You got any thoughts on Alabama going to Bloomington, Max?
I mean, yeah, I'm right there with CJ. I mean, Indiana, yeah, they're a cool team to see in here, I guess. New team, new coach, but I mean, come on, you're going up against Bama. I mean, as an Indiana fan, I know that's probably the last team that they wanted to see that they're projected to play. So as a Bama fan myself, yeah, I mean, give me that all day.
I love it here. I'm about to change the graphic up. Oh, that one's blurry. So let's scratch that one. Let's scratch that graphic. Go back to this one. Is there any team in this 12 right here you don't see making it into the final playoff? And if so, what team do you have replacing them?
I got one. I do not think Miami will be in the college football playoff. I think Clemson or SMU is going to beat them in the ACC championship. I mean, throughout this whole year, Miami's been in dogfights with all these mid-ACC teams. You know, they finally go down against Georgia Tech last week. And, I mean, Cam Ward is good. He goes out and he shows out every week. But that defense, you know, can't really stop anybody. You know, Georgia Tech had 200-something yards rushing against them. So, I mean, there's a pretty clear way to beat this team. If you're getting into dogfights in the ACC every week, I don't really think you're one of the top teams in the country. But we'll see. Maybe they'll prove me wrong.
I think that's a good take. If you're getting in dogfights in the ACC, what do you think is going to happen in the college football playoff? Like, you can't, like, Miami scores 50, but they give up 50 just as easily. It's rough in Miami. You got any thoughts for Mr. Cam Ward, Max? Are they making the playoff?
I actually do think Miami is going to make the playoff. You know, you said I don't exactly know how the ACC, what the ACC championship is going to look like in terms of who's going to be playing in it. I assume Miami will be in it. I'm not sure between SMU and Clemson how all that's going to.
I think Clemson needs SMU to lose a game.
Okay, but I'm going to bring up something different. I saw something about someone say that there's a flaw in the college football playoff bracket, and that is the 5 seed is the best spot where you want to be. You're getting matched up against the group of 5, whatever, the group of 5 team that's getting in. They're coming to your place, should be an easy win. And then you're getting the worst Power 4 conference winner. So, I mean, you're going to be favored in that game to win too, which leads to a pretty easy run to the semifinal. Like, I don't know exactly. Like, I don't know. It's something I just feel like that just doesn't really seem right.
I mean, I agree with you. Looking at this right here, if you're 5-spot Ohio State, you're like, let's strap on the pads and let's click clack right now, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to play Boise State and Miami. They should be able to steamroll both of those teams just based off talent alone.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're a Texas fan, you're like, okay, we're gonna have to play Alabama second round. Like, I mean, that's not exactly a very fun game that you want. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see how everything plays out.
I got a question. Do you think Colorado beats BYU in the Big 12 championship and makes it in over BYU?
Me personally, I think they do. It's just kind of, I feel like it's destined. You know, they kind of stuck around this whole year. They've been getting big wins. You know, they've kind of, flipped the script from last year where they were, losing to the legit programs, but they've been churning out wins this year. I mean, they've been going on the road, doing it at home. And, it's Shedeur and it's Travis Hunter. I mean, I feel like it's just destiny. I feel like they're going to come out of the Big 12 and put on a show. And hopefully we'll see them in the college football playoff.
I know they play Utah this week, and I stayed up late last night watching the BYU-Utah game. And I know that the one weakness that is always prevalent on Colorado's football team is their O-line. And let me tell you, Utah, they have to blitz. It might legit be 70% of the time they bring the dogs. So I feel like this is a game that could be a little trap game for Colorado because I know they have to win out and they get into the Big 12 championship and they're projected to win this game against Utah. But I mean, don't overlook these guys. Like, I watched it and they played BYU tough. I don't know if the game's at Utah or at Colorado, but Utah's fans were rowdy too. Like, it was a crazy environment. That could be a game Colorado drops. I don't think they will. I want to see them in the playoff. I want to see Deion, Shedeur, Travis in the playoffs. I think that would be. I mean, they would get a first round bye too. Like, these guys are already in the what is it, quarterfinals already.
Quarterfinals. Yep.
It would be that would be crazy. Zach has a comment. Home games for Indiana. No respect shown out of the Tide fans here. Zach is
None.
he's been a big Indiana fan all year. Says they're the best coach
And
team in the country.
they haven't beat one top 25 team yet. Like I just it's one of those things like I need to see it to believe it. Like I do think their coach is definitely one of the best, if not the best coach in all of college football. But like I just need to see it against a good team. I think they have Ohio State coming up here soon, so we will see.
If they beat Ohio State, then I think we can classify them as legit. And I think they I don't know. I guess
If they beat Ohio State, I think Ohio State should be out.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Whoa. If Ohio
Absolutely.
State, okay, yeah, Ryan Day would be gone 100%, right? If he misses the playoff with this
Well,
team,
because
superstars.
Well, because it's like then you got, I mean, so you have a 2-loss Ohio State team and you have a 2-loss Georgia team right now. If Georgia takes care of business this weekend, and you have a 2-loss Tennessee team. So, I mean, I guess it's just kind of ranking which 2-loss team is the best. But I think a 2-loss team in the SEC with a win over Alabama gets in over Ohio State.
Yeah, me personally, I'm a big SEC guy. I mean, you look at SEC top to bottom, and they just got better teams. Big Ten, the majority of the weeks, you got a cupcake game. Like
That's
you
what we
only
were
got to
saying
get
yesterday.
up with like 2 or 3 good teams. I mean, it's just kind of ridiculous. I feel like with how the conferences have gotten a lot bigger, you have a lot of teams like Texas, for example, in the SEC, who didn't have to play a lot of the good teams in the SEC, whereas you got Georgia, who had to go to Alabama, has to play Tennessee, had to go to Ole Miss. You know, come on,
Their
man.
schedules are ridiculous.
Exactly. And I feel like they've done a lot of this ranking pretty much by record alone, not really taking into account, you know, who people have beat, you know, and who they're playing. So I think they just need to do a better job of, you know, taking that into account, not just looking at the record.
I agree.
Yeah, I like that. But I mean, if you think if Ohio State loses to Indiana, that means their 2 losses are to number 1 Oregon by 1 into an undefeated Indiana. That's a tough pill to swallow as a Buckeye fan. But we were saying yesterday, yeah, the Big Ten bottom half, like you're never seeing Ohio State lose to Purdue. Like they're not losing to Purdue. And we obviously saw Vandy. Like they're usually a bottom team in the SEC. They came out and beat Alabama this year. So I agree with your take there. SEC top to bottom is no doubt best conference in football. But moving on from the college football playoff. Actually, hold on. Zach says Georgia sucks.
Wow, that's disrespect. It's crazy.
Indiana lover, Georgia hater. Carson Beck sucks. I can say that. He's
yeah. If he doesn't turn the football over, though, Georgia will be just fine.
Moving on to the NFL, though, we have a big AFC fan, a big Steelers fan. Carson Jones here. We're going to load up the AFC playoff bracket or playoff picture, and we're going to get your thoughts here. Do you think the Steelers run away and win the AFC North, or maybe the Ravens sneak in there and take it? How do you feel about that?
I'm not going to say the Steelers will run away with the AFC North. Of course, you know, the Ravens are very good. The Bengals, despite their record, are a good team. And, I mean, any divisional games within the AFC North are going to be a dogfight every single year. You know, you saw earlier in the year the Browns beat the Ravens. So I'm not going to say we're going to run away with it just because the second half of our schedule is tough as well. We have all of our divisional games, plus we play the Eagles and the Chiefs. So we're starting the playoffs early, baby. You know,
I love straight up gauntlet. Straight up gauntlet.
I was listening to Pat Freiermuth talk about it, and he said everybody in the locker room loves it. I mean, they love playing in big games, games that matter. You know, as a player, as an athlete, those are the games you want to be in. Those are the games that you want to play in, games that actually matter. You got some stakes in it. You feel that pressure. You get the tingling in your stomach. So I'm excited. You know, this week is a huge week for us. You know, we got the Ravens. So if we can get that win at home at 1 o'clock, I feel like we should be looking pretty good.
Yeah, I like that. We have a request from the backstage to get off the NFL talk for a second. Mr. Kevon Cobb welcomes into the show, and he says the Ohio State talk is blasphemy. What do you got, Key?
This is ridiculous. We see the technical difficulties. I missed the show for 15 minutes, and Ohio State gets slandered left and right. That's why we have the Hawaii beater on now. That's why the hat's on backwards. Ball up top, technical difficulties, don't care. Let's get this back opened up because Ohio State will not miss the playoff. Can we please see that graphic, BB?
Let's go. I got you.
Ohio State has the best football team in the entire country. Ohio State is ranked second in the country right now. And we're saying that they're going to lose to Indiana. And if they do, they're not going to make the playoff?
Hold on. We didn't say they're going to lose to Indiana. I say if
said
they lose to Indiana, I personally think they should be out of the playoff.
Yeah.
Okay, so they would have, if that were the case, they would have a loss to the number 1 team by 1 point, and they would then have a loss to potentially the number 2 team in the country. And we have a team in Alabama who lost to Vanderbilt. Are they ranked, BB? I can't remember.
Vanderbilt?
I don't.
I'll let
I don't
you know
think they are this
Let's
week.
pull
They are
380p
not.
pick.
They
Not
are
Okay,
not
well-
ranked.
Well, then I got a question for you. Who is Ohio State beat? If they lose,
Penn State's number 4.
Penn
If they-
State,
hold
that's
on.
their
Penn
best
State.
win. Come on.
if they lose two out of the 3 ranked teams that they play, and the 1 win that they have, Penn State, who have they beat? You know what I'm
So
saying?
why should
Yeah.
Ole Miss be in? Why should Bama be in? Why should these teams be in? If Ohio State loses the 2 teams in the top 2 and then beat another top 5 team, why should Ohio State not be in? And these other teams that have lost to an unranked opponent,
Because Alabama has 4 wins against ranked teams. Ohio State would only have 1. Me personally, I care more about who you
team.
beat. Do what?
a top 5 team, yes, would be a
Okay.
win on the road. On the road.
If
Does
you
not miss the
legitimately
playoff.
think that Penn State is one of the 5 best teams in the country, then that's good for you. But I'm telling you right
Yeah.
now that they're not. Alabama
Yeah,
has 4 wins against top 25 teams. And then
My-
Ohio State
right
has
now that
1.
Penn State is ranked at number 4 in the country.
They're
not
not-
the best 4 team in the country. That does not matter. They are ranked number 4, and they lost to Ohio State, who will be in the playoff 100%.
But
My,
that just
way that
shows
we're
how
doing.
weak the Big Ten is. That just
Yeah,
shows
I
how
was
weak the Big Ten
thinking
is. If Penn
with-
State's top 5 in the country.
This is a little blurry. We can't really see it. But my thought when I was looking at this graphic yesterday, when we actually had it legible, was why is the Big Ten? I understand maybe because they got more undefeateds, but couldn't you just flip flop the Big Ten and the SEC here in the top 10? Like, couldn't Texas go to 1, Tennessee move up to 2, Alabama at 3, and then following that you would have the Oregon, Ohio State, Penn State, Indiana? Like, I wonder why that the Big Ten is like being favored in these rankings over the SEC. That was just my
They have
thought.
good records because they play boo-boo teams every single week,
Yeah.
dog. Like, I don't
Yeah.
care. They
Yeah.
play crap teams every single week. You have Indiana, no top 25 wins. I don't think Penn State has any top 25 wins. Indiana hasn't even beat a bowl-eligible team. Like, what are we talking about, man?
This
The
talk
Big
has nothing
Ten
to
is
do.
not like that.
Nothing to do with Indiana, though. I'm specifically speaking to Ohio State and how they do have a good enough resume to be in the playoff. They already do, and with a loss, they still do because they lost to the number 1 team by 1 point. They lost
Okay,
by
but-
1 point.
See, my resume would be based on who you beat, not
So why does Ole Miss get in? Ole Miss gets in, but Ohio State doesn't? Ole Miss has 2 losses. Can you remind me who they lost to?
Ole Miss.
Kentucky and LSU.
LSU is also not ranked. So in what world does Ole Miss get in with the 1 win versus Georgia, who is now number 12, and Ohio State does not get in, and they have 2 losses? Their 2 losses would potentially be versus teams that are both top 5.
Well, I wasn't
SEC is
saying
good
that.
ball.
I'm not saying that Ole Miss would get in. I don't know if Ole Miss would get in. But me personally,
In this scenario, Ole Miss would be in because they're already in. Like we're assuming Ole Miss wins out. Ohio State loses one game, and all of a sudden Ole Miss has a better resume. Yeah, right, man. Yeah, right.
I'll take it. I'll take a 2-loss SEC team over a 2-loss Big
I did
Ten.
see it. I did
All
see a
day.
thing. Ole Miss, although they have 2 losses, like I think they're top 3 in the. I mean, it doesn't really matter because it's still lost. They're like top 3 in the country in time of winning. Like their 2 losses both came at the very end of the game. Like LSU was over. The only time they were losing that game was overtime when LSU scored, and then the Kentucky game. I'm pretty sure Kentucky kicked a game-winning field goal, and then Ole Miss went and missed it. So that's my argument for Ole Miss. I think they're a good team. They're 30 seconds away from being 10-0. Like that's my argument for them.
yeah, I mean, this guy is really holding on to those rankings. I mean, I think the other 3 of us, we watch ball. You know, we watch it. We can see who the best teams are. You keep holding on to these top 5. Penn State is not one of the 5 best teams in the country. And if you think
He only watches ball at noon. He only watches ball at noon. Big Ten noon kickoff.
You listen. You guys watch ball. I know ball. I am ball. And Ohio State is going to be in the college football playoff. You can book it here right now. And if they're not, you guys come up with something for me because Ohio State will be in the college football playoff regardless.
I agree with you. I agree.
No one said that they weren't getting in. We were saying it'd be interesting if they lost to Indiana because then that would really shake things up.
I decided to come in and let y'all know what's up.
I do agree with this comment here.
James Franklin never won a big game. Yep, I agree.
Key, I don't know if I want to throw up this latest comment from with the emotions going right now.
Michigan is Ryan Day's daddy. Yeah. Yeah.
Z is firing in the comments right now.
Z. Michigan is Big Ten. They won the national championship last year, the most recent championship. We're not doing that. They beat did they not beat Alabama? Is Alabama in the SEC last year? Okay, thank you very much, Big Ten. Thank you very much, Big Ten. Does Big Ten have the number 1 team in the country? Oh, and number 2. Oh, and number 4.
Hey, when was the last Big Ten championship before Michigan this past year? Hey, matter of fact, when was Ohio State's last national championship?
2015.
2014. Thank you very much. It's been a decade, my boy.
It went into 2015. They won in January 2015. Thank you, CJ.
It's been a decade, my boy. Come on now. Get out of here with that talk.
Don't get me started on Chapel Hill now. Please don't. Hey, don't get me started on Chapel Hill now. Please don't. Please don't.
Hey, roll time, baby. Roll time.
All right. That's good. That's real good. We're good on that. We're talking about the Steelers.
We were talking about the AFC playoff picture. But I mean, past the Steelers, you got Bills versus Chiefs at 4:00. Then Sunday night, you got Chargers Bengals. I mean, you got playoff implications this week in the AFC.
Me and Key we were talking about it earlier this week. If you had to pick a team that is in the current picture right now and replace them with one of those 3 teams in the hunt, what would your pick be?
I mean, I've got mine easy. I've got I think the Cincinnati Bengals are going to make the playoffs, and you can go ahead and take the Denver Broncos out of that list. I think the Ravens / Steelers. I mean, I think both of those teams pretty much have at least a wild card spot locked up. But I mean, I think the Broncos are frauds. I think Bo Nix stinks. I believe in Joe Burrow to somehow manage his way to squeeze in the playoffs.
Do we think the LA Chargers stay in the picture?
I do.
I
do. I think the Chargers are a good team. I mean, they got a good defense. You know, they've actually stayed healthy this year. I feel like the past few years they've been decimated by injuries. You know, Joey Bosa gets hurt every year. Derwin James is getting hurt. Khalil Mack, but they've stayed healthy. They got a good defense. They got one of the best QBs in the league, and they finally got a good coach now. So I see them making the playoffs.
That was my take on the Chargers too. I said they play good defense. Justin Herbert only has 1 turnover on the entire season. They have a good run game, so I think all that in combination with the good defense, like you're going to win ball games down the stretch. If you have a good run game, good defense, no turnovers, like doesn't matter if you don't have the most talented receivers on the outside. Like those 3 things, you'll win games.
I said this is a big matchup between them and the Bengals this week.
It is.
If the Bengals
Huge
win
game.
this one, I mean, they have to be pretty much perfect from here on out. So it's a big one.
I would like to see the Dolphins get on a little hot streak, make things a little closer. I think the Colts are going to fall off a cliff here. AR-15 is back as a starting QB this week, but I mean
That doesn't matter.
Does that change much? Like,
No, the Colts are horrible.
I'll let
That's
you know
why I
right
think the
now,
Chargers are locked in.
the Chargers will likely be in, but I don't think that we should sleep on Anthony Richardson and his ability to be a comeback type of player. Like, I don't think the Indianapolis Colts are going to go on to win any form of a Super Bowl, but we do have to put a little bit of respect on the team around them that he does have. Jonathan Taylor is a top 5 running back in the NFL. They have a good offensive line for the most part. I'm not sure why Max is giggling over there, but Jonathan Taylor is top 5. He's most certainly top 5. Josh Downs is coming along very nicely as an option for Anthony Richardson to get the ball to. And I think Shane Steichen had some form of a plan when he decided to bring Anthony Richardson back into play because Joe Flacco just wasn't getting it done. I do think the Indianapolis Colts are going to string off a couple of wins, but ultimately Cincinnati Bengals will be the team that covers that last spot. And don't get me started on the Broncos, man. They're no good. They're no good, and they're not going to go into the playoffs and make any form of noise this year. The Cincinnati Bengals and the AFC North have 3 teams that make it into the playoff this season.
the Broncos have they play Falcons this weekend, right?
Sounds right to me.
Yeah.
I think that's a big game because the Panthers have won a couple in a row. The NFC South's getting a little closer than it was.
Come on, man. What are we
I'm not
even
saying the
talking
Panthers, but
about?
I'm saying the rest of the teams too. The Saints got to win. The Buccaneers, they've shown they
Dude,
can win
those
games
are-
down the stretch. If the Falcons keep
Panthers
dropping
and
games,
Saints have 3 wins.
yeah, but say they win this week. Actually, Panthers have a bye, but I don't think that the Falcons, if they lose this week, it's not as easy as we thought. I like the Buccaneers. I really do.
I think it is that easy.
I mean, yeah, they're definitely the favorite, but I'm just saying. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, Max. What was you got a rebuttal to Kevon's Colts surrounding cast?
Nah, I mean Jonathan Taylor is not a top 5 running back in the NFL. I think he even wanted to say top 3 running back in the NFL, but
Give me 5 players better than Jonathan Taylor, Max. I'd love to hear it.
5 running backs.
5 RBs.
5 running backs. Perfect. I'll start with Saquon Barkley. Can you agree on that? Okay.
Better.
Derrick Henry,
Yes,
Christian McCaffrey,
that's 3.
and then I mean these
Here he
next
goes. He's
2
already
you're not
stuttering.
gonna like. No. You're not gonna. I'm just saying you're not. You're probably not going to like these next 2. But I mean I would still take them. 4 I will go Alvin Kamara. He stays healthy. He's an all-around back. Give me Alvin Kamara. Dude, the thing with Jonathan Taylor,
he has not put his 4th finger up.
Jonathan Taylor is the most injury-prone running back of all time. Like he plays half a year. He plays half a year.
Mean,
so
that's happened the last 2. That's happened the last.
That's
2
not
seasons,
true.
But when Jonathan Taylor is on the field, he can bust something out at any moment in the game. Like he's one of the better actual full round running backs. Give him the ball in the backfield and let him work in the league. And Alvin Kamara, I do not believe is better than Jonathan Taylor at this point in his career. At some point he's been better, but also at some points Jonathan Taylor has been better. And now Alvin Kamara, I mean, cool, he was RB1 for a week and a half in fantasy football, but like that, we see where that's gone.
Yeah,
I
he's
mean-
probably he's still a top 5 running back. But okay, you don't want to give me Kamara, that's fine. You got to give me Bijan Robinson, 100% better than Jonathan Taylor. And then
That's debatable.
that's not debatable. That is not debatable. And then 5th, so I've actually got another running back, Brees Hall. Brees Hall is better than Jonathan Taylor.
No, sir. No,
Yeah.
sir.
100%.
No, sir.
Talk about explosive. Hall is explosive.
Where is Brees Hall better? Like, what about Brees Hall is better than Jonathan Taylor?
He's a better pass catching back. He's faster. He's more explosive. Jonathan Taylor, he's like, yeah, he'll give you 25 carries for 86 yards and a touchdown. Like, okay.
Matt,
Okay,
I thought you were Maxi Stats. I thought you watched ball. He is not more explosive than Jonathan Taylor. You're not seeing 25 carries for 86 yards. No, you're not. That is not not Jonathan Taylor football, man.
That is Jonathan Taylor football. That's
hey,
right there.
I'll throw a name out there. Jahmyr Gibbs.
Jahmyr Gibbs, yeah. I'll throw Jahmyr Gibbs in there. 100%.
I mean, if you kind of had a 2-team punch with Jonathan Taylor and David Montgomery, I think it would look pretty similar. Jahmyr Gibbs is good though. I do like Jahmyr.
They're not Jonathan Taylor. Like, why do you think he's like such an like all around back? Like, he's not. He's just a straight up bruiser. Like, he's a big body. Do you know what he looks like? Like, you know how he runs? Like,
I know what he looks like. That doesn't really matter what that doesn't, just because he's young and jacked does not mean he's a just straight up bruiser. If you give Jonathan Taylor an inch of space, he will sliver through it and then he will burst one for 40 yards on your head. And if he has the space, he's taking it to the house.
I just think it'd be a little weird to have Jonathan Taylor and David Montgomery in the same backfield. They're kind of the same running back. Like, that's why it works so well with Jahmyr Gibbs Montgomery, because Jahmyr's a scat back that can, catch passes out of the backfield. And if he gets a hole, he will take it 85 yards to the crib and not even get touched.
So can Jonathan Taylor, though. That's kind of that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
JT is not as explosive.
This week, the Jets, right?
What's
that
up
again?
Jets this weekend, right? It's Colts versus Jets. It's Colts versus Jets this week. We'll see. I'd love to watch. We got Brees Hall and we have Jonathan Taylor, and we can turn that game on the big screen and we can watch. So you can finally actually watch a football game with Jonathan Taylor.
Okay, we will see.
Sounds like we need to make a little side wager. Who has more yards in that game?
I'll side wager Ohio State. I'll side wager Jonathan Taylor over Brees Hall. Like, I don't really know. Is there a full moon today? It's like, it's only Thursday.
Hey.
It's not even Freaky Friday yet. And y'all are tweaked out on this episode today.
I hope for your sake that Ohio State beats Indiana, because if they don't, you're going to hear it from me, boy.
Okay. Let's hope Alabama can string a couple more. I'm a fan of Alabama.
That's not this weekend, though, right? Is Ohio State, Indiana? That's not this weekend, right?
No, that's not this weekend. That's not this weekend.
What is it, next weekend?
I think so. I believe it's next weekend, yeah.
It's like one of the 2 games Ohio State has to circle on their calendar.
Okay.
They just on the calendar. They just write free win until they play Michigan.
Is that for real?
Yeah, especially when we're playing 3 top 5 teams in the same season. Yeah, guys.
Okay, let's move on to. I got another question for the chat and the other members. We got, how many games will the Steelers win in their last 8? We're gonna. They play the Bengals twice. They play the Browns twice, the Ravens twice, and the Eagles and the Chiefs. How many of these are the Steelers winning?
You want me to go first?
Whoever wants to.
I'm gonna be modest. We usually at least split in the division. I'm pretty sure we've gone positive probably the vast majority of years in the past, but I'll be modest. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to say we win at least 4 games in the division, and then we'll beat either one of the Chiefs or the Eagles. So I'll say 5.
I need to see the Chiefs lose, man. I really do. I'm tired of it. Like I like Mahomes. I think he's best QB, but I'm tired of these guys dancing all over the field every week.
Where's the Chiefs and Eagles game at? Are they both home or?
I know we play the Chiefs on Christmas, so that's a big game in prime time. You know how we like to do it.
I'll pull it up real quick.
Yeah. If you want to pull it up.
They play at the Eagles, and they have the Chiefs at home.
Okay. I've got them as winning. I've got them splitting 1-1 against all the division teams, and then I've got them losing to the Eagles and Chiefs. 3 wins.
Okay, so that means they finished 10-7, 10-7 on this season. Do you think that's enough for the number 1 seed in the AFC North? 10-7.
No, I think the Ravens will end up as the number 1 seed.
Okay.
I agree with Max in the sense that it is going to be a race to 10 wins for the Steelers, but I think that the Ravens sweep the Steelers. They go 0-2 versus the Ravens. I think they beat the Browns twice. Or no, sorry. They're going to split with the Browns 1-1, home. You know what I mean? They're going to win at home, lose on the road to the Browns. And then I got the Cincinnati Bengals actually beating them twice this season, especially in week 18, because I do think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be clinched and they're going to be in the playoffs. And I think I got them beating the Chiefs. They're going to beat the Chiefs and they're going to beat the Eagles as well. But so at that point, they are clinched in week 18. That's a hungry Cincinnati team. I could see Cincinnati needing to win that game in order to make the playoffs. And I could see there being some form of rest or something for guys like Russell Wilson, maybe, rest on the defensive side of the ball as well. And the Cincinnati Bengals get that win versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I do have the Steelers winning. That would give them 4 total wins, right? Is that 4?
3.
Yeah, that's 3. Yeah, I got them getting 3.
So a 9-8 finish. Okay, that's a little skid to end.
No,
That's 10.
You have 7 right now. Sorry.
10.
So I got another quick question on that.
We're gonna sweep the Browns. First of all, I don't know what y'all. We're sweeping the Browns. That's enough said. I don't.
We don't know. We don't know.
What do you guys think is like the percentage chance that the Steelers are somehow going to find a way to play A.J. McCarron and Tyler Huntley in some of these final games?
Yeah, I think it's a high possibility. They always play. Tyler Huntley's not even on the Ravens, but the Ravens will probably sign him and play him somehow every year.
Oh, were you saying we don't play Lamar?
Nah, y'all own Lamar. You own Lamar. Do you know the stat off the top of your head? What's the record versus Lamar?
I believe we're 4-2 against Lamar.
Okay. Moving on. We got another question on the docket. Off the top of y'all's heads, what do you think is the NFL's biggest rivalry?
We're seeing one of them. Yeah, we're seeing one of them this week. Ravens versus Steelers. I think that is the greatest rivalry in all of the NFL. Philadelphia, we saw it last week versus the Cowboys. We didn't have Dak Prescott, so that kind of ruins that rivalry to some extent, at least for this edition of it. But those are definitely the top 2 rivalries, and we can get into I-85 rivalry when the Falcons and the Panthers were both pretty good. That's not a bad rivalry.
Did he just make that up?
That's made up. That's made up. 100%.
What's made up?
The I-85 rivalry. I've never heard that.
First, am I just a casual casual AFC North fan, is maybe it's just recent. Like I kind of feel like the Bengals are more of the Steelers' rival with all the Vontaze Burfict stuff and Juju Smith-Schuster hits. At least recently, that's been my take on it. The Steelers and Bengals are more of a rival than the Steelers and Ravens.
Well, the thing is with AFC North ball, I mean, like he likes to say, we strap them up, we click clack, and we hit. You know, it's gonna be a fight every single game. So I mean, yeah, the Bengals are also a rival, but I mean, you know, dating back,
Yeah.
you know, to the early 2000s, I mean, the Steelers and Ravens, those games were historic. I mean, it was every game. You know, you had Ray Lewis and Ed Reed on the other one side. You had James Harrison, Troy Polamalu on the other. You got Big Ben. You know, you got the bus. You got playmakers everywhere. In those games,
Fitzgerald,
they would be 16-12. I mean, you're not gonna see very many high-scoring games, but if you want to see some dudes going off in a stretcher, those are the games you like to watch.
Who did you say, Max?
I said Steelers legend Fitzgerald Toussaint, but no, I've got a different kind of rivalry. I've got a rivalry like between two players because the team is not really fair. It's Chiefs Raiders, but more so Patrick Mahomes and Max Crosby. I always love seeing the videos after they play. I mean, Max Crosby is putting a hand on Mahomes every single play and calling him, I don't even know exactly what he calls him, something bitch or something like that.
I'm not gonna lie. I need to do some research on that.
Responds with a, "Oh no, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? You better watch out on the phone."
He literally sounds like Kermit.
No, if we want to talk player-to-player rivalries, Marshawn Lattimore,
Mike Evans, yep.
They might as well not even put on pads and just put on the gloves.
Yeah.
I mean, they were boxing anytime they could. I mean,
they're not even out there playing football, man.
No.
They said hike and that they were putting hands on folk. Like it's every time.
Odell, Josh Norman, that's still probably the craziest game I've ever seen.
I mean, Odell, he didn't even want to fight him. He tried to kill him. He dive bombed into his head. Like that was one of the most crazy plays I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, Odell did sell that. He had a chance to. I mean, they don't show it a lot, but he had a chance to win the game, and he just straight up dropped it.
I remember that.
It was a wide open streak.
What about Richard Sherman versus Michael Crabtree? That was a good one game rivalry there.
That probably has the best punchline for sure.
Yeah. And then the best fight is Andre Johnson and Cortland Finnegan.
Cortland Finnegan got
ragdolled.
Oh my God.
Andre Johnson's 6'6", 250.
It wasn't even. I don't even know if Finnegan got a punch off. I mean,
no, he got bullied. He got his helmet ripped off. He thrown to the dirt. I mean, he just had no chance. I'm pretty sure he's like 5'10", 170.
Yeah, it's tough.
Not so much anymore, but another one I had on the list was whenever A-Rod was the quarterback of the Packers, was Bears-Packers, just because he would always talk so much trash about how he was their daddy and he owned them. But other than that, I couldn't really think of any NFL rivalries that are prevalent still today.
Yeah, I feel like there's not as much. I don't know exactly. I mean, the league's it's definitely gotten a lot softer. You see with all these like big hits and stuff. It seems like every time there's a big hit, there's a flag or someone getting ejected. So
I don't really like the whole whenever a safety comes down and makes a hit on a receiver catching ball, it's an automatic flag.
Oh, it's a flag every time.
Every single time.
If it's a big hit, it's a flag.
It's a flag.
Yeah, like back in the day, like safeties, like Troy Polamalu, Ed Reed, when those guys would ball hawk and like hit the receiver same time they're trying to catch the ball, never a flag. Now, you might as well kiss your game goodbye.
100%.
Yeah, Tom Brady literally talked about it like on a podcast or something, right? Like he knew better than to throw over the middle of the field and throw these death balls that quarterbacks are throwing guys now because somebody would get their head taken off every single and Brady, and that was part of the job as a quarterback. It sounded like back in the day where it's like You don't do that, and you don't throw it high and over the middle because that's going to get your star wide receiver crushed. The same way Chris Olave got rocked versus with Xavier Woods, and people are pissed off at Derek Carr because you don't do that, and now it is a flag, so guys don't feel as though that they can throw these passes, and it's no, dude, you're gonna get your guy killed. So.
One of the biggest hits I've seen of a guy coming across me. I don't know if y'all have seen it. You probably have, but I don't know if you'll remember. It was the Patrick Willis hit when he literally folded the guy in half. He hit the guy and then he just falls straight backwards with his knees bent. That was one of the craziest hits I've seen.
That was a big hit.
I did that a couple times in high school.
You slapped pads, bro.
Come on, man. Come on.
Hey, I'll never forget though. Max had one of the most legendary celebrations in a JV football game. We're driving down the field. We're trying to score a game-winning touchdown. He drops back, looks at Max, throws it to him. He makes a nice juggling catch, gets up, huge spike.
Come on, man. That didn't happen.
It was a 7-yard gain, and he spiked it.
The 7-yard gain spike was that I'd certainly never seen before.
No, that's not what really happened. CD literally got his celebration from me. I hit him with the.
You did that in JV.
Honestly, your pads were so big. I don't know if you move your arm towards your face now. Boats.
Come on, guys.
That's good.
All right, are we about to get into this?
Yeah, we're gonna rip a trivia. You want to take the reins, Max?
Yeah, I'll take the reins. All right, so we have got another trivia for y'all today. Couldn't do it on Tuesday, but we're improvising. We've got trivia Thursday, and we are changing it up a little bit, changing up the format. We've got CJ here as well, so the live odds just came out. CJ is minus 180, BB plus 200, and Key with that miserable performance week 1 plus 790.
Wow.
Whoa. That's disrespectful, Max.
So here,
plus
so
790.
So here we go. BB,
Plus
if you could,
790.
BB, if you could throw up that. Do you see it?
Oh, a little Jeopardy.
Oh, this is crazy.
Are you in?
Yeah, we can.
All
can
right,
see.
so we've got Key, team 1. We'll let him go first. We'll go BB, and then we'll go CJ. So, y'all know how this. Y'all know how Jeopardy works.
Yes, sir.
I want to get your.
So how we're gonna do it is, I'm trying to think. We don't have buzzers. So I'm trying to think how we should, and I can't see y'all either. So that's the only problem.
We could just do it. We could just do it in order, and I'll select. Key goes first. 2024 draft for 300.
Okay. Yeah. I want to do that.
If I get it wrong, next person.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, are we gonna? Does it make it take it? Does he keep going if he gets it right?
No. Let's just alternate, and then so if Key goes and misses, then the question then goes to BB, and then if he misses, then it goes to CJ.
Okay.
And then if you all miss, you only get one guess. All right, Key, you want to start us off?
Yep. Let's go to the realm I know. 2024 draft for 300. Like I said.
2024 draft 300. Here you go. Who did the Bills select first pick in the second round in the 2024 NFL draft?
Keon Coleman.
Correct.
Let's go.
Key with 300 points. And we do have a daily double in as well, where everyone is going to say their answers, and you can wager as many points as you have. I've got that one. All right. BB, you're up.
Let's go with number 1 overall picks for 300.
Number 1 overall picks for 300. The 2017 number 1 overall pick for the Cleveland Browns.
Do they say what is or who is? What is it?
What is, but you don't have to say that.
What is Myles Garrett?
Ding, ding, ding. Correct. CJ.
I'll go number 1 overall picks for 500.
Number 1 overall picks for 500. The Chiefs' number 1 overall pick in 2013.
Oh, I know this one.
I know it.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's a tackle.
Do I have time limit?
What is Andrew Schwartz?
Incorrect. Kevon.
Who is Eric Fisher?
Oh, yep.
Eric Fisher is correct. He
Come
might
on,
have his phone up. Great hit.
Bro, I'm literally streaming on my phone.
I'm kidding. All right.
This guy's
Key,
crazy.
back up.
Let's go. Scrambled names for 200. Let's see what this one's all about.
Scrambled names for 200. See this, so I'm gonna see this one's kind of weird because you're gonna need buzzers. I'm gonna give you a 10-second timer
All right.
for 200. You said.
For 200.
All right, go.
Can I see it first?
It's up.
I
Wait.
actually can't see it.
No, it hasn't changed for us. There we go.
Oh, shit. Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco is correct.
10 seconds is crazy for that.
Nah, I wasn't going to get it in 10, I'll be honest. I was like, oh, Clacco.
DB, you are up.
Let's go with I like the number 1 overall picks. Let's go number 1 overall picks 400.
All right. 2014 Texans, number 1 overall pick.
I'm going to go who is JJ Watt?
Oh, that's good.
Incorrect. CJ.
Oh, that's incorrect.
Who is Jadeveon Clowney?
Bing, bing, bing.
Nice.
Why did I think JJ Watt's 25 years old?
Yeah. All right. CJ, you're up.
We're gonna go scrambled names for 400.
All right. Let me know when you can see it.
Yep.
Okay.
Michael Wilson?
Michael Wilson. Nice.
Might as well just wrote it out normal.
Okay. I like that. All right, Key, you're up.
Let's go offensive jersey numbers for 300. Dang, I
All
should
right.
have 2024 draft, bro.
All right. And who is number 9 on offense for the Detroit Lions?
Jameson Williams.
Jameson Williams is correct. Key, another 300 points.
It's
BB.
my
Yeah, I got to go for a 500 here. Let's go offensive jersey numbers 500. This is going to be somebody.
This is the daily double. Before you see the question, you have to tell me how many points you are wagering. We'll start with BB.
I mean, I might as well go all in, right?
Okay. He's betting 300. All right, CJ.
I'm gonna bet I'm going all in.
Oh,
He's going all in with 800. All right, Key. You might as well go all in.
No, I'm gonna go.
Bro, scary.
I'm gonna go,
Scary.
bro, I don't know. This is gonna be some fucking random offensive lineman, bro. I'm going 300.
absolutely, it is.
He's going 300. All right. Who is number 9 on the Chargers?
Who is
And everyone say their answers. I'm not going to say correct or incorrect. BB, you are up first.
I'm going to go, who is Gerald Everett?
CJ.
Bro, what?
I'm also gonna say Gerald Everett.
All right, keep on.
I don't think that's right though.
I mean, if this guy doesn't play, it's not Ladd, it's not Quentin Johnson, it's not Josh Palmer, it's not J.K. Dobbs. Like,
Shit. Who is Gus Edwards?
that was going to be that's when I said J.K. I thought of Gus Edwards.
Correct. He made his debut last week. The fourth receiver on the team, DJ Chark.
Oh, my God.
I mean, does he have any snaps this year?
Nobody has seen that jersey number, bro.
He played last week. All right, and key goes down to 1,000. Wait, no, it goes down to
1,000.
500.
I bet 300.
But you missed the question also.
That's how that works? Oh, my God. All right.
Dang.
All right, who's up? CJ?
I'm gonna go scrambled names for 500.
Round is for 500. All right.
Is there a timer?
Yep. Timer's going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Guess.
Hormani Riddick?
Nope. All right. Timer resets for Key. You got 10 seconds on the clock.
Cameron Dicker.
5. Cameron Dicker is correct.
Yeah, Max, I just looked up. DJ
Alright,
Chark DJ
geez.
Chark was activated last week. He played 2% of snaps. Glad we're throwing him in trivia.
Yep. Hey, it's 500. There's
Daily
500.
double, yeah.
All right, Key, you are back up, running away with this one.
Plus 790 is looking.
2024 draft for 400.
Who was the first defensive player taken in the 2024 NFL draft?
Oh, that's a good one. Defensive player. And what? I'm about to get this wrong. Who is Jared Verse?
Incorrect.
Yeah.
Who is Latu Latu?
Nice.
That is correct.
Nice.
All right, Key, back up.
Negative 100. Let's go. Let's see if we can stay hot on the draft. Give me 2024 NFL draft for 500.
Oof. Okay. What running back taken in the 5th round 2024 draft from Purdue leads all rookies in rushing yards?
Ooh. Let this one get back to me. It's over.
I'm taking. He went to Oregon, I'm pretty sure.
We're going to do a 20-second timer for normal questions. 25 seconds.
I think he. Who is Bucky Irving? I think he went to Oregon. though.
Incorrect. CJ.
Who is Tyrone Tracy?
It's Tyrone Tracy. Correct.
Yeah, didn't know that.
All right, CJ, you're back up.
I'm good.
Wow.
I'm gonna go offensive jersey numbers for 400.
Offensive jersey numbers for 400. We're 18 on the Ravens.
Deontay Johnson.
Correct.
Nice.
Thought that's probably the best person that could have gotten that one. All right, Key.
Did you give CJ his points or no?
Yeah, I got him.
Yeah, you're running away with it, man. We get it.
Let's do number one overall picks for 200.
All right, 2021 Jaguars.
Who is Trevor Lawrence?
Correct. BB.
I think I would have got that wrong. I would have said
Yeah,
Trevor
lucky
Lawrence.
me too.
I was
I
saying
like
Trevor
that.
Lawrence.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna mix some people up.
Let's go scrambled names for 300. Even though I've looked at both of these and been
All right, scramble
Buzz-
name for
puzzled.
300. Timer starts now.
Derwin James.
Derwin James.
Holy
I was-
moly! I had a stroke, dude.
Yeah, that one was lucky crazy.
I was not.
All
getting
right, CJ.
Let's do. Let's try and get back positive, man. Let's go jersey numbers for 2.
All right. We're 5 on the Bengals.
Who's Mr. T. Higgins?
Who was the quarterback
Correct.
for the New England Patriots when they won
Yeah.
their Super Bowls? I mean, come on.
Yeah, there's a reason why they're lower points, BB. That's why you're the negatives. I don't think you understand it.
Let's
All right,
go.
Key, you're up.
2024 draft for 200.
Who was the second quarterback taken in the 2024 NFL draft?
Mr. Jaden Daniels.
Correct. All right, BB.
Let's just give me the season leaders for 500. Gotta pull one out.
All right. Who leads the NFL in interceptions? There's 2 people. I will accept either one.
Thank God BB took that, and I got nothing.
Who leads the NFL in interceptions? I have no idea, dog. No. It's the. Can I just say his last name? It's I think his last name's McKinney.
I'll give it to you. Xavier McKinney or
Come
Kirby
on,
Dixon.
man. We're just doing one name. That's crazy.
Let's go.
I'll
Come
give it
on.
to him. He knew who. Wait, what team does he play for? That's the only way I'm gonna accept it.
He plays for the Giants.
No, come on, man.
Nope.
I knew that, bro.
Nope.
I knew that.
Taking.
No.
Does he
I'll
play
give
for
you
the
half
Packers?
points.
Does he play for
I'll
the
give you
Packers?
half points. Yes, I'll give you half points. All right, CJ.
That's crazy. I mean, I gotta.
I
Try,
knew the name.
I gotta try and get up, man. I gotta go NFL season leaders for 400.
Leads the NFL in sacks, CJ.
Gonna go with Trey Hendrickson.
That is
Dang, that's
correct.
a
Trey
good.
Hendrickson. Good pull.
I actually.
I thought
do
this was
not
gonna be like
think-
all time season leaders.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. That's why I was shying away from that one.
I
Basically.
don't think I'll get any of the NFL season leaders. Let's go for 2024 draft for 100. Let's go.
So, who was the first non-quarterback taken in 2024 NFL draft?
Wait. Oh, I'm not getting this. Oh, Marvin Harrison Jr. Who is Marvin Harrison
Correct.
Jr.? Good Lord.
Correct.
go.
All right, BB.
Let's go season leaders 300. See if I can beat CJ.
Who leads the NFL in passing yards?
I'm really bad at this. I'm gonna say who is Baker Mayfield.
Incorrect. CJ.
Fuck me.
Is it Joe Burrow?
It is Joe Burrow.
CJ's cooking right now.
All
CJ's
right.
gonna come
CJ.
back. Let's
CJ,
go.
no, it's CJ.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
CJ.
No, it's
yeah,
my
yeah.
turn. It's my turn, boy. NFL season leaders for 200.
Who leads the
This is
NFL in
a-
receiving yards?
Jamar.
Jamar Chase is correct. We got a game.
Yes, sir.
100-point lead.
Let's go. Number 1 overall picks for 100.
23 Carolina Panthers.
Who is Bryce Young?
Can I get like a
Correct.
can I get a times 10 multiplier
Ooh.
here? Can I get a times 10 multiplier?
Yeah. No.
Come on, just
All
get
right.
back in the ballgame.
Yeah.
Let's go with offensive jersey numbers for 100. See if I can get one right.
Where's number 17 on the Dolphins?
Who is Jalen Waddle?
Correct. CJ.
I'm gonna go scrambled names for 100.
Interesting
That's a good
choice.
one,
Are you
because I'm
sure you don't want to switch it up to make it interesting?
But I mean, he's gonna have a 100 easy question either way.
Are
Oh,
you
Carson
sure you don't
Google
want to
Jones.
switch it up?
All right, we'll go season leaders 100.
Season leaders 100. He leads the league in rushing yards.
I mean, I'm gonna go with the king.
It is the king. All right, Key, to close it out, scrambled names. You've got 15 seconds on the clock. Let me know when you can see it.
I can see. Who is Justin Jefferson?
Bing, bing, bing. And Kevon is your winner of the first.
That's 790.
Kevon is the winner. Wow.
I should not. I folded on the daily double.
Wow. That was good stuff.
That was good.
Well, folks, that was our technical difficulties episode. Our man Key will hopefully be back tomorrow to run the show. He's a little better than yours truly at it. He's a stud, man. Can't say anything else. He looks like he's ready to go box Jake Paul this weekend. But other than that, tune into Thursday Night Football. Oh, let's get a little rapid picks. Who we got? Rapid picks Thursday Night Football. Who do we got tonight?
I got Commanders.
I got fly, Eagles, fly.
I got the
minus
Eagles.
4.
I
Yeah,
told Max I would like to see the Commanders win it. I'll go Commanders.
I got the Eagles tonight. But hey, BB, good stuff today, dude. I'm not sure what you're talking about. You ran that pretty well today. I appreciate you.
Yeah, we'll be back stronger than ever tomorrow. Key, you can still close this out.
Nah, you got it, BB.
Well, let's put a hand up. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Come on, Max, put it up. Hopefully we made you smile because that's our goal. We're celebrating life here on Unlocked. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't got nothing much else. Tick, tick, tick.
Boom.